Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of GTA Online. Now first of all, apologies if the quality seems a bit weird. I'm doing this on the Xbox DVR, which isn't always that reliable. I haven't really used it before. I'm also having to do the narration after the recording, so, you know, if it seems a bit out of sync, that's why. But in today's episode, we're going to be looking at heists, or more specifically, how to prepare for heists. You know, what you need to set them up, advice on transportation vehicles, even the clothing that will help maximise your chance of survival, such as the bulletproof helmet. First of all, the heists don't actually come out till March the 10th, so this is based on information from the Rockstar Newswire and various media outlets that have had previews of heists. Now, what heists are quite similar to the offline mode heists from what we can see. You know, you've got your setup missions, you've got your main heist, you've got choosing what crew members do what job, and then you obviously get a share of the money that's, you know, received from the heists. Now, to actually join the heists, it's relatively simple. As far as I'm aware, you know, just have to have an account, be invited to the heist, and, well, you can join the heist. If you want to set up a heist, it's a bit more difficult. The heist leader has to be level 12, which is easy, but they also need to have a high-end interior, so, you know, quite an expensive, well, high-end apartment, quite an expensive, you know, thing to get. More specifically, you need the boardroom at the back, which we're just walking over to. Now, if you want to know if you've got a high-end interior, if you want to know what flats or apartments have the high-end interior, this is actually simple to do. If you go to the laptop or online internet or in GTA, go to the Dynasty 8 website, property listings, and you've got a high-end category up here. You scroll down, the cheapest one is $200,000, so if you haven't got a high-end apartment already, it's going to be quite expensive to get one. The heist leader also has to, you know, pay for any upfront costs, so they're going to have to put in a lot more initial investment than the rest of the heist members. But being the heist leader, you also get to choose, you know, who gets a cut, percentage cut everyone gets. So you can give yourself a higher cut of the money you receive from the heist. So you can pay, you know, you can get back your initial investment that way. Maybe another way is to get other heist members to contribute their own money, send it to you, you know, and then all get an equal share at the end. Now, clothing, well, clothing doesn't really matter. There's only one or two that really matter. The bulletproof helmet, which helps protect from headshots, and team tops. I haven't tried team tops, but I have heard they can protect against some damage, so you may want to try them yourself. I would definitely use the bulletproof helmet, though. Now, when you're doing your heist, you're also going to want some good form of transportation. You may all take your own cars each, you know, your own personal vehicles, but you may also agree that you want one specific vehicle. In which case, I would suggest, personally, the Galavanta Baller or the Karin BJ XL. Both are fast cars, good off-road, can take 4 people, you know, very good cars. But no matter what car you choose, you can't upgrade the top speed of the car, so you're going to want to pick one that has a very good top speed. When you go to upgrade it, if you want to upgrade it, you can't upgrade the top speed like I said, but you can upgrade the acceleration and the brakes. You can also buy additional extras like the armour, bulletproof tyres. Bulletproof tyres are a definite must. Armour, it's probably more for against explosions for me personally, because the amount of bullets that it takes to actually destroy a car are ridiculous. You can also see I've added bumpers and side skirts that give additional, well, they give a bigger surface area. Now this may seem a bit silly because that means bullets are more likely to hit the car, but say you take cover on the left here and someone shoots at you from the right, they won't be able to hit you because of the custom skirts. Or if you take cover behind the car, they won't be able to hit you because of the enlarged bumper. Not sure how useful that would actually be in a real life situation, but you know, anything that improves survivability when you're taking cover behind your car, you know, has got to help. So you've set up the heist, you've got your crew members, you've got your car. The next thing you're going to want is weapons. Now, the heists, from what I understand, have lots of different scenarios. Some have infiltration, you know, sneaky type missions, and some are like, well, some are going to involve a lot of explosions and big firefights. So when you choose your weapons, you're going to want to have, you know, you want to be able to deal with all kinds of situations. Now, we're just on the way to ammunition at the minute, where I'll show you some of the weapons I've taken. I've actually got, I think, one silenced weapon for each category, because, you know, I want to be prepared for all situations, like I said, infiltration or just general shooting everything up that moves, because, you know, will probably happen quite a lot of the time. So as you can see here, I've got one suppressed weapon in each category, although the majority is unsuppressed, because, you know, once you're only going to need 1 or 2 suppressed weapons, really. You don't want to go overboard with them. But the next important thing is body armour. Not a lot of people realise, but you can actually stack body armour. You can see here I've got 7, and I can equip it whenever I want. I'm not sure if you can take 7 of each different body armour, or if it's just 7 overall. Quickly test it. Buy the super heavy armour. No, you can just buy 7 of all types, you know, doesn't stack for each different type. You know, you can't take 7 super heavy, 7 normal, 7 super light. But also buy snacks, because I think if you're in cover they instantly regenerate your health, which is something you definitely want. What else is there? I think there are some challenges to do with heists as well. If you complete each for the first time, you get like cash bonus. If you complete them all in the right order, you get $1 million bonus. If you do them in the right order with the same crew members, you get $1 million bonus. And if you do them in the right order with the same crew members and don't die, and it's on hard, not a single person dies in any of the heists, you get $10 million. So you can potentially get a lot of money, although not dying over like 5 different heists on hard difficulty seems a bit too tough maybe. But yeah, I think that was pretty much everything I wanted to cover in this episode. Hope you found it useful. Like I said, heists come out on March the 10th, so you've got a few days to prepare if you haven't already. Yeah, like I said, hope you found this episode useful. Hope you watch future episodes, and I'll see you next time.